नमस्कृत्य नरं चैवं नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भागवतम् उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Okay, Gaurangi Mataji, Hare Krishna. So whenever you're ready, can you please do the Sanskrit and Amol Prabhu will do the English.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sanjaya Vacha Tam Tata Kripaya Ashro Purna Kulechanam Visidhantamidam Vakyam Movacha Madhusudana.
Translation. Sanjaya said, seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears. Madhusudana, Krishna spoke the following words.
Sri Bhagwan Vacha Kritastom Kamalamidam Visayame Samupastitam Anarya Justam Asurgyam Kirtikara Arjuna.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planets, but to infamy.
Klebeyam Partha Naitat Toyi Upapadyati Sudram Hridaya Durvalyam Tyakto Utista Parantapa.
O son of Partha, do not yield to this degrading impotence. It does not become you. Give up such a petty weakness of heart and arise, O chastisers of the enemy.
Arjuna Vacha Katham Bhishmamaham Sankhe Dronam Cha Madhusudana Isubhiha Pratiyotsyami Ujara Virasena.
Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counterattack with arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship?
Guru Nahato Himanubavan Seyo Bhoktam Vacham Pihaloki Hatortakamastu Guru Naiva Bhunjiya Bhogan Rudira Pradigdhan.
It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls, who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood.
न चैदद्विदमः कतरन्नो गरियो यद्वा जयं यदि वा नु यानेन हत्वा न जिजीविषाम् स्ते स्थितः प्रमुखे धातराष्ट्रः.
Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield.
कार्पाण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वं धर्मसम्मूढचित्तः यस्येह सन्निशितं ब्रूहीतान्मे शिष्यास्ति अहं सदिमां त्वं प्रपन्नम्.
Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me.
Nahi prachyami mamanopadya yat sokam ususanam इन्द्रियाणम् अवाप्य भूमा वसपन्नमृद्धं राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्.
I can find no means to drive away this grief which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven.
सञ्जय उवाच एवमुक्त्वा ऋषिकेशं गुडकेशः परन्तप न योत्स्या इति गोविन्दम् अमुक्त्वा तृष्णीं बभूवः.
Sanjaya said, having spoken thus, Arjuna, the just eras of enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent.
तमुवाच ऋषिकेशः रसान्नेव भारत सेनयोर्वायोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तमिदं वचः.
O descendant of Bharata, at that time Krishna, smiling in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna.
श्रीभगवानुवाच अशोच्यानन्वाशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञवादं सभाससि गतासु न गतासुंस नानुशोचन्ति पण्डितः.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead.
न त्वय्वाहं जातु नाशं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्.
Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be.
देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहि कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिर्धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति.
As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body, from body to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change.
मात्र स्पर्शस्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णसुखदुःखदा अगमापायो अनित्य तां तितिक्षस्व भारत.
O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, and their disappearance in due course, are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O son of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed.
यं हि न व्यथयन्ते ते पुरुषं पुरुषार्षवा समदुःखसुखं धीरं सोऽमृत्वाय कल्पते.
O best among men, Arjuna, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress, and is steady in both, is certainly eligible for liberation.
न सतो विद्यते भावो न भावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दुष्टो अन्तः स यो स तत्त्वदर्शिभिः.
Those who are seers of the truth have concluded that of the non-existent, that is the material body, there is no endurance, and of the eternal, the soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both.
अविनाशी तु तद्विधि येन सर्वमिदं ततं विनाशामाव्ययस्य न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति.
That which pervades the entire body, you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy that imperishable soul.
अन्तवन्त इमे देहा नित्यसुक्ताः शरीरिणः अनाशिनो अप्रेमयस्य तस्माद्युध्यस्व भारत.
The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and the eternal entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore, fight, O descendant of Bharata.
यमेनं व्यक्ति हन्तारं यस्यैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते.
Neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is in knowledge. For the self slays not, nor is slain.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूतो भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain.
वेदविनाशिनं नित्यं य एनं जमव्ययं कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ कं घातयति हन्तिकम्.
O Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill?
वासंसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरो वापराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णान्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि.
As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones.
नैनं छिन्दन्ति शास्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो न शोषयति मारुतः.
The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind.
अच्छेद्य अयम् अद्याह्य अयम् अक्लेद्य अशोप्य च नित्यः सर्वकतः स्थाणुर् sorry अचलो अयं सनातनः.
The individual soul is unbreakable and insoluble, and can be neither burned nor dried. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Gaurangi Mataji and Amog Prabhu. That was such beautifully read and very, very expressive and devotional. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji, Prabhuji.
Very beautiful. And the mood was just amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so now if everybody can just get the chanting beads, and we will start chanting alongside Srila Prabhupada. So, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay, so if everybody can just get their chanting beads. And I'm just going to find Srila Prabhupada chanting. Just one moment. I was doing it this morning and Srila Prabhupada chanting. Okay, I think we will use a different one today with some music.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So if you're still chanting, please continue in the background. I don't know if some of you saw me, but when I pressed the benefits of chanting, just to remind us all, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So the Krishna Mahamantra, it's a spiritual awakening, it's a purification of the heart. We receive freedom from karma, it's a protection from negativity, gives us inner strength, divine love, and liberation from material attachments. I'm just going to find, I think there is a whole,
Mataji, they are not authenticated.
yeah, I think there's one from Srila Prabhupada, but I thought it was that one, but it's not come up. There is one on, let me just put it up. I think it's on benefits Srila Prabhupada. I think it's on Veda base or
Um, so this
yeah, I think it's on
again,
Vanipedia. Vanipedia.
so it is comes under sixth offense is to give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. So we do not derive any material benefits out of it, but it is only for the pleasure of the Lord. It is mentioned in the.
So the mood in which we should chant. So one should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige and ready to offer respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. A Vaishnava should not try to minimize anyone else's position. It is better to remain humble and meek and chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So exactly what Prabhu just said. And then there's just a few more. When one chants Omkara or addresses the Lord as Krishna, the meaning is the same. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended that in this age, one chant the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam, which is in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 17.21. Although there is no difference between Hare Krishna and the Vedic mantras beginning with Omkara, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the leader of the spiritual movement for this age, has recommended that one chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. No one can be more pure than devotees. Anyone who utters the name of Vishnu immediately becomes purified, inside and out. Yat Smaret Bundar Dari Gaksham. Since a devotee constantly chants the Hare Krishna mantra, no contamination of the material world can touch him. He is therefore actually purified. Muchi Haya, Suchi Haya, Yadi Krishna Bhaje. It is said that even a cobbler or a person born in the family of a cobbler can be elevated to the position of Brahmana, Suchi, if he takes to Krishna consciousness. Any person who is purely Krishna conscious and who engages in chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is the purest in the whole world. So obviously these are some quotes that Srila Prabhupada said, which direct us into the act of chanting. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. I hope that everybody's finished chanting. So, well, obviously we never finish chanting. So Usha Mataji, Prabhavati Mataji, and Asha Mataji, welcome and Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Please accept my
Krishna.
humble obeisances.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we're gonna do Kirtan. So Usha Mataji, Prabhavati Mataji, or Asha Mataji, is there a Kirtan that one of you would like to do? I have one thought in mind, which I did with the students in class today. So we could do that one if we haven't got any thoughts. I just put what we did with the students. We did the prayers to the Sri Shad Goswami Ashtaka, which is the prayer to the 6 Goswamis by Srinivasacharya. So if there isn't any other suggestions, we can do this one. But if anyone has another one, please let me know. Okay, so Prabhavati Mataji, would you be kind enough to follow me?
I will try, Mataji. I think mobile is really difficult for me.
Are you on a mobile?
I will try. Or if anybody else, if they can do it.
Okay. Asha Mataji?
The lyrics seems very hard for me, Mataji.
This is hard. Okay. Usha Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. I try, Mataji. I will follow you maybe.
Okay. Just,
Okay.
yeah, like it becomes easier. We can sing together if you want. That's not a problem.
No, it's fine. You can sing and then I can sing.
Okay. कृष्णोत्कीर्तनगाननर्तनपुरो प्रेममृता अम्बनिधि धीराधीरजनप्रियो प्रियकरो निर्मत्सरो पूजितो श्रीचैतन्यकृपाभरो भुवि भुवो भारावहन्ता वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो जीवगोपालको
Krishna Kirtana Nartana Karo Premamritambo Nidhi Dhira Dhira Jana Priyo Priya Karo Nimatsaro Pujito Sri Chaitanya Kripadaro Bhuvi Bhuvo Bharavantakaro Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Jiva Gopalako
नानाशास्त्रविचारणैकनिपुनो सद्धर्मसंस्थापको लोकानां हितकारिणो त्रिभुवने मन्यो शरण्याकरो राधाकृष्णपरारविन्दम भजनन्देन मलितिको वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
Nana Sastra Vicharani Lata Nipano Sadharma Samstapako Lokanam Hitakarino Tribhuvane Manasa Saranayakaro Radha Krishna Padaravinda Bhajananda Matolika Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghu Yugo Sri Jiva Gopalako
श्रीगौरङ्गगुणारवर्णविद्धो श्रद्धा समृद्धियन्वितो पापोत्तापनिकृतनो तनुभृतं गोविन्दगानामृते आनन्दं बुद्धिवर्धनैकनिपुनो कैवल्यनिष्ठारको वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
Sri Gauranga Gunavardhana Vida Rata Samriddhi Anvita Papotapani Tanu Tanu Ritam Govinda Ganana Vitai Anandam Buddhivardhaneka Nipuno Kaivalyanishkariko Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghu Yugo Sri Jiva Gopalako
त्याक्त्वा तूर्णमशेषमण्डलपति श्रीनीं सदा तुजवात् भूत्वा दीनगणेशको करुणया गोपीनकन्थाश्रितो गोपीभावलसमृताबलहरी कल्लोलमग्नमुहुर् वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
त्यक्त्वा टर्नं शेषमण्डल अतिश्रेणिनं सौधसौष्ठवात् सुस्वादिनगणेशका करुणया कोऽपि न कण्ठस्त्रितौ गोपीभवरसामृताप्तिलहरी कोलोलमग्नौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालको
कूजात् कोकिलहंससारसगणे कीर्णे मयूराकुलेर्नानारत्ननिभादमूलवितपा श्रीयुक्तवृन्दावने राधाकृष्णमहानिशं प्रभजतो जीवर्थदो यो मुदा वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
सुजतकोकिलाहंससारसा घनाकरिणीमोरकुले नानारत्ननिबन्धमुलो वितपा श्रीयुक्तवृन्दावने राधाकृष्णमहर्निशं प्रकाशितौ श्रीवत्सदौ यौ मुदौ वन्दे रूपसनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
सङ्ख्यापूर्वकनामगाननतिभिः कालावसानीकृतो निद्राहारविहारकादविजितो चत्यन्तदीनो जयो राधाकृष्णगुणास्मृते मधुरमनदेन समोहितो वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
साङ्ख्यपूर्वकनामगुणामतिभिः कालावस्तिनित्रितो निद्राभरा विहारकति विचेतो चैतन्यन्ता दिनौ च राधाकृष्णगुणस्मृतर मधुरिमन्दने सम्मोहितो वन्दे रूपसनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
राधाकुण्डतटे कालिन्दितनया तीरे च वंशीवटे प्रेमो माधवसादशेषदशया ग्रस्तो प्रमातो सदा गायन्तो च कदा हरे गुणवरं भावाभिभूतो मुदा वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
राधाकुण्डतटे कालिन्दितन्यतीरे च वंशिवटे प्रेमोन्मदवसदशेषदास्यग्रस्तौ प्रमत्तौ सदा गयन्तौ च कटहरेर्गुण वरं भवभीपतौ मुदा वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालको
हे राधे व्रज देविके च ललिते हे नन्दसूनो कुता श्रीगोवर्धनकल्पपादपतले कालिन्दिवाने कुता गोशान्ताविति सर्वतो व्रजपुरे खेदे महावीवलो वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
हे राधे व्रजते ललिते हे नंद सुनो कतो श्री गोवर्धन कल्पपदपन तले कालिन्दनेकृता गुणोत्पत्तन्तव इति सर्वतो व्रजपुरे हे वीरमहाविहवले वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुगुरो श्रीजीवगोपालको वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
Hare Krishna.
Sorry, Mataji, I just was singing first time, so I just mispronunciation somewhere.
Very beautiful, Mataji. Very nice.
Yeah, Usha Mataji, it was lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Very, very nice, Mataji. Very nice. Thank you.
Okay, so let's see who's just joined us. Okay. Right. Gaurangi Mataji, would you be please kind enough to sing the Guru Vandana prayers? I'll bring it up.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can you please sing the Guru Vandana prayers?
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, and Prabhavati Mataji, would you just be able to follow? I know you're on your phone, but
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
okay.
Can you share?
Yeah, I'm just
share,
gonna share.
Mataji?
Yeah, there we go. Srila Prabhupada. Whenever you're ready, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. I'm ready for it, Mataji. Okay. Hare Krishna. Say Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma
Bando Moi Savadhana Mate
Bandhu Mugi Savadana Mate
Bando Moi Savadhana Mate
Bandhu Mugi Savadana Mate
Jahara Prasade Bhai Ibhavatoriya Jai
Jahara Prasade Bhai Ye Bhavatoriya Jai
कृष्ण प्राप्ति होय जहाँ है ते
कृष्ण प्राप्ति होय जहाँ होय ते
कृष्ण प्राप्ति होय जहाँ होय ते
कृष्ण प्राप्ति होय जहाँ होय ते
श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा
श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा
गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्य चित्ते ते कुरियाख्या
गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्य चित्ते ते कुरिया ऐक्या
अरना कुरियो मने आशा
अरना करी हो माने आशा
श्री गुरु चरणे रति इसे उत्तम गति
श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति
जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा
जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा
चखुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ हैते अविद्या विनाश जाते
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
विदे गाय जहाँ रचरित
वेद गाय जहाँ चरित
श्री गुरु करुणा सिन्धु अधमा जनार बन्धु
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु
लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना
लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ हैते अविद्या विनाशयते
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
विदे गाय यहाँ रचरिता
वेद गाय जहाँ चरित
श्री गुरु करुणा सिन्धु आधामा जनार बन्धु
श्री गुरु
लोकनाथ सरी माथि पढ
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु
लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना
लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना
हा प्रभु करो दया दिहा मोरे पद छाया
प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद चया
ये बेयस सुगति भुवाना
ए बेजश गुशुक त्रिभुवाना
ये बेयस गुसुक त्रिभुवाना
ए बेजश गुशुक त्रिभुवाना
प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय 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 गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
शिल प्रभुपाद की जय
जय
शिल गुरुदेव की
जय
जय
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
जय
जय
निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी
Hari
हरि
Hari
हरि
Bol.
बोल
Gaurangi Mataji and Prabhavati Mataji, such heartfelt Guru Vandana prayers. Thank you so much. It's very, very beautiful. Okay. Mrida Sachi Mataji, are you there? Hare Krishna. Is she there?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Pranams Mataji. Mataji, would
Yes,
you be
Mataji.
kind enough to do the Mangla Charan prayers for us?
Okay, Mataji. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjanan Salakaya Chatsur Unmilitam Enam Tasme Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Sabyarupa Kadamayam Dadati Sabha Padadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yukta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavasha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathavitam Tam Sajivam Savadvitam Sadavaitam Savadhutam Parijanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhavitam Cha Hare हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकांता राधाकांता नमस्ते तप्तकांच गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन इति नामिने जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपाद हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna. Thank you so much, Mrida Sachi Mataji. That was very beautifully done. Thank you.
थैंक यू माता जी
Hare Krishna. And Amol Prabhu, would you be kind enough to do the Brahmdhani prayers?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, I'll just share them. There we go.
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
Jai.
नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की
Jai.
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की
Jai.
Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinada Rashyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki,
Jai.
Vrindavan Dham ki,
Jai.
Madhura Dham ki,
Jai.
Navdvip Mayapur Dham ki,
Jai.
Jagannathpuri Dham ki,
Jai.
Ganga Mai ki,
Jai.
Yamuna Mai ki,
Jai.
Tulsi Devi ki,
Jai.
Bhakti Devi ki,
Jai.
Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki,
Jai.
Gaura Premanande,
Hari Hari Bol.
all glories to the assembled devotees,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
all glories to the assembled devotees,
Hare Krishna.
all glories to the assembled devotees,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Hare
Hare
Bol.
Thank you so
All
much,
glories to
Prabhu.
Srila Prabhupada.
Ki Jai. Thank you so much, Amol Prabhu. As always, just beautifully said. Thank you. Okay, and Asha Mataji, can you please do the 3 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevayas, please?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thank you so much, Asha Mataji. Okay, so today we're very fortunate to have His Grace, Krishna Keshav Prabhu with us, who will be sharing, I'm sure, lots and lots of nectar with us. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, nice to see you all.
How are you?
I'm good,
Nice
thank
to
you. And
see
you all?
too. Hare
I hope
Krishna.
you're all well. Hare Krishna, good to see you.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, shall I leave the screen to you?
Yeah, please, if you could allow me some rights to share, that would be good. Then I can.
Yeah, I think it should be fine.
Cool, thank you. I've got a couple of things to share. Okay, shall I begin?
Just before we begin, can we all please unmute and say 3 big Hari Bols to Krishna
Thank you.
Keshav Prabhu, just to give him loads of love and encouragement. Hari
Hari
Bol!
Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol!
Bol.
Hari
Hari Bol.
Bol!
Thank you very much,
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol. Okay, so Hare Krishna. Lovely to see you all again this evening, and thank you very much for inviting me to speak again today. I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to do this service. It's one of the services that I actually look forward to, because I can be in my own home in the warmth and still be associating with the devotees and also spending some of my time thinking about these important topics. So today I've been asked to speak on the foreword to the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Before I begin, let me just offer my respectful obeisances onto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who of course has given us this wonderful treasure of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, considered to be the ultimate jewel of devotional literature. So we're very lucky to have this. So Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminite Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskchattadeshitarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Adhaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare. Has everybody read the foreword? We don't need to read it. Amol Prabhu, do we need to read the foreword together or not?
It's how you wanted to dive, Prabhuji.
Okay, should we just ask if anybody wants us to read the foreword, or is everybody comfortable just to dive into it?
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah? And would anybody prefer that if you just put your hands up use the raise hand function on Zoom, Anybody want to actually read the foreword, or are we all okay to move on?
But Ramlala Prabhuji.
Yeah, whatever you feel comfortable.
Okay,
So
well then
that's you can
let's in
please.
that case, let's just
you.
dive straight into it, I think, because then that gives us enough time to talk about it. And I'm hoping that, of course, everybody's then read this. So see what I'm doing here. The camera's in the way. Okay. So this foreword to the Chaitanya Charitamrita, of course, is what we're talking about today. The CC, Chaitanya Charitamrita, is written by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And it's a monumental work elaborating on the work, life, and teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who, as you know, is the combined incarnation of Sri Radha and Krishna. This foreword was written by the publishers, note, not by Srila Prabhupada. Okay, but it takes his main things that he wanted them to get across into account. And it provides a really good foundation for an understanding of this wonderful sacred text. So it's important to know that. The publishers have written this foreword, I guess, in order to supplement the material that was already published, and is written a bit like an introduction. So it's a guide for approaching the CC with the right consciousness. It explains the significance of the text, its author, and the relevance to us today in the modern world. So let's dive into some of the key aspects presented in this foreword. I'd just like to share this one short small screen with you, just so that we know what we're going to talk about. Just give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, my computer's doing a few funny things. Just bear with me. There it is. Okay, so the CC, the foreword, the themes that it covers is what is the Chaitanya Charitamrita? What is the significance of the Chaitanya Charitamrita? It talks a little bit about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the compassionate incarnation. We learned a little bit about Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and the role he plays. And of course, the most important thing for us to consider is, apart from the life, work, and teachings of Mahaprabhu, is Srila Prabhupada's mission. This is incredibly important for us. So these are the things we're going to cover in this short kind of class that will take us through some of the main aspects of this CC. So what is the Chaitanya Charitamrita as described here in the foreword? As we've already said, it was written by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and it's the principal work on the life and teachings of our Mahaprabhu. And this work was compiled. Does anybody know how this work was compiled? Anybody want to jump in here and contribute? Anyone? Go on, Amol Prabhu.
So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in his old age, so there was some conflict in his family at that
Yes.
time. Nityanand Prabhu appeared in his dream, and then to go to advise him to go to Vrindavan. And then once he goes there, then all the devotees requested him to compile pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes.
So at that time, his old age, he did that.
Yes. So he was quite an old man, as Prabhu just rightly said. So the work for him was quite tough, but he did it with enthusiasm. He did it with zeal, and he did it with a lot of affection for Mahaprabhu, which of course is what our mood should also be when approaching this wonderful work. But in addition to that, there was something known as, there was two people. There was one man called Murari Gupta, who you probably heard of, and Swarup Damodar Goswami. Both these people, Murari Gupta and Swarup Damodar Goswami, were very close associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And actually, the work of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami draws on the diaries or the kadachas of these two very famous people, who actually documented Mahaprabhu's life as it happened. Murari Gupta was a physician, and he kept really, really extensive diaries on the first 24 years of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life, right up unto the point of his sannyas initiation. The happenings and the development of the rest of Mahaprabhu's life was recorded again in some detail by Swarup Damodar Goswami. And they kept diaries known as Kadachas. And these diaries were brought together in the writings of Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. And we have the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, which of course is split into 3 volumes. The Adi Leela, which covers the early period of Mahaprabhu's pastimes. We have the Madhya Leela, which recounts the middle period of his life, and the Antya Leela, which discovers and talks about the final period of his life. The notes of Murari Gupta form the basis of the Adi Leela, and Swarup Damodar's diary provides the details for the Madhya and Antya Leelas, just to give you some background there as to where this is going. So what is the significance of the Chaitanya Charitamrita? Let's have some things from you guys. Why do you think the Chaitanya Charitamrita is important to us? Let's have somebody other than Amol Prabhu join in this time. What about some of the rest of you? What do you think? Anyone?
Hare Krishna Prabhu,
Yes.
it allows us to go deeper into obviously the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it allows us to access like a form of bhakti and it allows us to deepen our bhakti towards Lord by following in the footsteps of devotees.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, we can look at this in a very, very simple way. Mahaprabhu gave us one very, very important thing, which you should all know about. And if you don't know about it, I'm wondering why you are here. What did he give us that was so important?
The holy name.
The holy name, exactly. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada always emphasized to us the importance of the chanting of the holy names. And as Mataji, you rightly pointed out, this Chaitanya Charitamrita gives us some more aspects of bhakti. In fact, it gives us the most intimate teachings of bhakti that we could probably understand and experience, and we can then put into practice. Srila Prabhupada had always emphasized that the Chaitanya Charitamrita is the postgraduate study of spiritual life. Prabhupada's instruction to us was that the Bhagavad Gita was spoken to teach us the basics of devotional service. It gives us, the foundation of our knowledge and a lot of information that we can then carry, into our lives. The Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken to deepen our understanding of Krishna's pastimes. So we've learnt about the basics of devotional life in the Bhagavad Gita. We learn about Krishna's pastimes in the Srimad Bhagavatam and how, the devotional aspects in the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam work together to help us. And then we have the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which gives us then the most intimate teachings of bhakti. In other words, if you take the Gita and the Bhagavatam and all the pastimes and instructions and information that we find there, if we then read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can break all those things down and really experience wonderful, intimate association with God, just through, just in our heart, just through the way we practice. So the CC unveils the most intimate teachings of bhakti. And how is it relevant for us? Well, Lord Chaitanya's teachings provide the practical means for cultivating pure love of God in this age of Kali. His emphasis on the chanting of the holy names, Harinam Sankirtan, is the most effective spiritual practice in this age. And Srila Prabhupada made it so easy because he gave us this mood of singing to the kirtan, chanting to our beads, experiencing association with each other when we're doing these acts and sharing prasadam and dancing. He used to say, didn't he? It's not very difficult. All you have to do is dance, sing, and eat. Now, what more can we ask for? So we can understand then the significance of this Chaitanya Charitamrita. But one thing we also have to understand is, while we're talking about all this, theory stuff, if you like, what's its application? We have to understand that Chaitanya Charitamrita is not just a theoretical text. It's a manual for living a life centered around Krishna. It's about living a life that is full of Krishna consciousness. What does Krishna consciousness means? It means to be aware of Krishna all the time, in everything that we do, in everything that we say, and in everything that, even when we're making our offerings and eating. There is a wonderful passage in the Bhagavad Gita, isn't there? That anything you do, anything you eat, etc., first do it as an offering to me, Krishna says. CC, Chaitanya Charitamrita, teaches us how to do that on a practical level. Through its recounting of Mahaprabhu's wonderful pastimes. And he gives us plenty of instruction through those pastimes. So that's part of it, the significance of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. The foreword also teaches us about Mahaprabhu a little bit. Doesn't say too much, because all of that is explained more in the text that follows. But the foreword that the publishers have written follows Srila Prabhupada's direction. It describes Sri Chaitanya as the most merciful incarnation of Krishna. Unlike previous incarnations who established dharma through their divine power, Lord Chaitanya's mission was to freely distribute prema bhakti, love of Godhead, to everyone and anyone who would listen. The key takeaways from this part of the foreword is really that Mahaprabhu doesn't discriminate based on caste, gender, or qualification. He teaches that simply by chanting the holy names, one can achieve the highest perfection. And when you read through the text of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, I would invite you to reflect on Mahaprabhu's humility, his compassion, his life and teachings, and the way he dealt with others. Because that humility and compassion comes out in his actions. And you hear that in the stories that are recounted in the CC, and the interactions that Mahaprabhu has with important characters like our Namacharya, Srila Haridas Thakur, Srila Rupa Goswami, and Srila Sanatan Goswami. All this is described in great detail in the CC. So when you get to that stage, please take time to read it and understand it, because it's incredibly important. So we covered a couple of things there that the foreword talks about. The foreword also talks about the role of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who we've just explained, is the author of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Interestingly, there is very little information on Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. We know a little, but we don't know a lot. In fact, scholars even disagree as to what caste he was born in. But one thing is clear, and this is there in the foreword there, that when anybody has written about Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Srila Prabhupada and other commentators, they've always highlighted two things. One is his humility, because it's demonstrated in his writing. And the second is his qualification. That becomes very apparent when one is reading through the pages of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Despite his advanced age and his frail health, Kaviraj Goswami composed this extraordinary work. And he was able to compose it because of the inspiration of Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya. And if you go back, you can remember what Amog Prabhu talked about this, about the dream. So we know this connects. I want to share something else with you. Can I invite somebody, please, to read this next slide? So I'm just going to put on the screen now. Just there. Can somebody please read this for me?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Please carry on, Prabhu.
Yeah. Can we make it a little bit enlarged?
Is not big enough?
Not yet.
Oh.
So you make it one page. Yeah, I saw there is a 2 page.
No,
You make it one page.
Should be 1 page you can see, not 2. Let me just try that again. Something's wrong there if you can see 2 pages, because you should only be able to see 1. Can you see this now? Is it bigger?
I can see it. Yeah. Anyway, I can see it.
Have you got 1 page there that you can see, or 2? You should be only.
It's still 2 page, because one right side you have note. Yeah, you can close it, then the size will increase.
Let me see what happened there. That wasn't meant to happen. Sorry about that.
Maybe you could do the full screen, Prabhuji. So
Yeah, that's what I thought I had, but for some reason
fine.
is it still doing the same thing?
Oh,
Yeah,
now
no.
it's okay. Now
Okay.
is
All
now
right, there you go. Can you read this for me, please,
can
Prabhu?
I see? Okay. With your permission, I can do. We don't know the names of Krishnadas' parents. Recently, their names have been discovered. According to Ashutosh Dev's Bengali Dictionary and Haridas Das Gaudiya Vaishnava Adhika Abhidhan, Krishna Das' parents' names were as Bhogirath and Sunanda, but no concrete evidence can be found to sustain substantiate this claim. Krishnadas is his spiritual, not his family name. He has given some autographical information in the 5th chapter of the Adilila, from which we learn that he was born in Jamatpura near the Salara railway station. Jamat, Jamatpura lies 4 miles west Noihati in the Katwa block of Bardhaman district. To this way, Krishnadas Gaurnitai deity are still worshipped in the hometown, but there don't seems to be any descendant of his family still living there. He was ordered by Nityananda Prabhu in a dream to go to Vrindavan, which is where he spent the remainder of his life. His samadhi tomb is on the grounds of the Radha Damodar temple. In Adilila 15181, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes, Nityananda Prabhu appeared to me in a dream in Jamatpur near Noihati. 15181.
Thank you very much. It's interesting, isn't it? And if you go to Vrindavan, of course, at any time, and you get to visit the Radha Damodar temple, please do, because you can visit Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's samadhi there and pay your obeisances, as you can, of course, visit some of the other Vaishnavacharya's samadhis there as well. So if you do get to go to Vrindavan, please don't forget to visit this wonderful place. So, There's a couple of things to take away from this bit as well. Through the Chaitanya Charitamrita, one will realize, and the foreword tells us this, that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami repeatedly acknowledged that he is unworthy of the task of compiling this great literature. And he attributes his success to the blessings of the Vaishnavas and the Supreme Lord. Because without the blessings of the Vaishnavas, nothing is possible. We can take something away from this ourselves as well, on a personal level. As aspiring devotees, when reading this wonderful scripture, we can learn from Krishnadas's wonderful humility. Our spiritual advancement, of course, it depends on seeking and respecting the blessings of Guru and the Vaishnavas, which is exactly what he did in order to be able to come up with this wonderful work. So we can also learn from that mood of humility. The other part of this is Srila Prabhupada's mission. In the foreword, the publishers present Srila Prabhupada as the humble servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. His purpose in translating and commenting on the Chaitanya Charitamrita was to make really the highest truths of Krishna consciousness accessible to the whole world. And what are those highest truths? How to perform bhakti. The intimate secrets of bhakti are described here in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Srila Prabhupada always said two wonderful things, two things which really struck a chord in my heart. He said, I am simply following the orders of my Guru Maharaj. And I am simply the bearer of the message from Lord Chaitanya. And it's interesting, but these two little statements and his compiling this work have actually had a really worldwide global impact. And we see that through the fact that more and more devotees are wanting to understand about Mahaprabhu. More and more devotees, new people are coming to want to understand about the holy names. And there it begins. And the most interesting thing about this, of course, is, and I'd like to share two more slides here, which I would like a volunteer for, perhaps. Just bear with me. Anyone want to have a go at this slide? Amol Prabhu?
Oh, Shamataji.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, you can read the Sanskrit. I just see. I tried. Prithivite acheyata nagaradi grama sarvatra prachara haibe moranama. In every town and village throughout the world, said Lord Chaitanya, the chanting of my holy name will be heard.
Yes. Prithivite acheyata nagaradi grama sarvatra prachara hoibe moranama. That in every town and every village through the world, said Lord Chaitanya, the chanting of my holy name will be heard. And then there's another important thing, okay? And that is this. Morai Senapati Bhakta. Again, this is from the Chaitanya Mangal. Senapati means military commander. And in the Chaitanya Mangal, somebody want to have a go at this verse?
Shall I go, Prabhuji?
Please, please, Mataji, please.
यदि पापी चादि धर्म दूरे देशे या मोरे सेनापति भक्त ये बे तथाया.
Yes.
If some, you want me to read the?
Yes, please.
Yeah. If some sinful people escape and giving up religious principles, go to far off countries, Then my Senapati Bhakta will come at that time to give them Krishna consciousness.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Krishna consciousness, thousands of years ago, even hundreds of years ago, was really in India, only in India. And actually, most Indians were also in India at that point. You know, and few people knew about Krishna around the rest of the world in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. Not so many people would have known apart from India. Yeah. And then as the years have gone on, people are moving far and far and far away from the homes that they had. Indians moved to Africa and all sorts of places. Then from Africa, like we went to Uganda. We were all kicked out of Uganda, and we came here to the UK, and we forgot all about Krishna. Well, my mum didn't, but we did. Yeah. And he wasn't part of our lives anymore. And then we were eating meat and fish and eggs and things we never used to eat back home. Why? So we've become these sinful people, haven't we, who've escaped. And we've given up our religious principles as we've gone off to the far off countries, just as predicted in the Chaitanya Mangal. And then all of a sudden, we have Srila Prabhupada. After all these hundreds of years after Mahaprabhu, and it was predicted by Mahaprabhu in the Chaitanya Mangal, that if some sinful people escape and give up their religious principles, they go to far off countries, then at that time my Senapati Bhakt will come to give them Krishna consciousness. It's amazing, isn't it? And I wonder about the devotees from, you know, other parts of the world who are not Indian bodied or haven't had the privilege of being born into this. Maybe they had something in the past and Krishna's bringing them back. Makes me wonder, you know, how this attraction has happened so fast, so quickly. But it's all really incredible. So this really is, I guess, the, you know, some of why we have the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And one thing struck me, you know, when I was reading this purport, is that there is a mood in this foreword of gratitude. What the publishers have written is written in a mood of gratitude. And it spoke to me in a way that we are direct beneficiaries of Srila Prabhupada's mercy. And that by reading the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can show that gratitude to Srila Prabhupada, you know, and show it as an act of gratitude towards him. So we can do this. Got a couple of little things just to finish on. And it comes out here in the foreword, some practical takeaways. One is that we can imbibe this mood of daily chanting and reading. Mahaprabhu's whole mission was to give people the holy names, because his name is no different to him. And it's the most precious thing. You know, when you're walking down the street and you see somebody you want to speak to, you call them by their name. You don't say, oi, maybe in jest, but you call them by their name because it's important. So we can remember Krishna's name and we can read daily from our Shastra. And we can share this spirit of Krishna consciousness through our reading and our chanting and our kirtan and our prasadam. And we can also develop, through reading this Chaitanya Charitamrita, a mood of humility and, I guess, dependence. Mahaprabhu emphasized chanting of the holy names as the primary process of spiritual advancement. And he said that we should chant and we should regularly read, or Prabhupada actually said that we should chant every day and we should regularly read the scriptures, especially the CC, because it will strengthen our understanding and also inspire our practice of Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada also wanted us to share Krishna consciousness, and this comes out very much in this foreword. Prabhupada urges us to follow in Mahaprabhu's footsteps by distributing these holy names and the teachings of bhakti to others. And we can do this in many different ways through programs and gatherings like this. And then, when we go out on book distribution and we're sharing prasadam, and, there's many ways we can share Krishna consciousness. It doesn't have to be complicated. And that's the beauty of all of this. And then humility and dependence. We can only make real progress in spiritual life if we imbibe this mood of humility. We have a tendency in this human life sometimes to become bigger than we are, even if we don't mean to be. It happens because it's part of human nature. And sometimes recognizing that and taking a step back will help us. And we can do that, of course, by reading and, taking in this treasure of knowledge. And like Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, we must also recognize our dependence on the mercy of Guru and Krishna. I'd just like to ask, is it all right to ask a couple of questions in the group here? I'd just like to, it's just a free for all, if you can just share, if you'd like to share. How does Lord Chaitanya's mission at this stage in your devotional life inspire you in your own spiritual practice? Would anybody like to share that so far, where they've got to?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
So this Hare Krishna movement, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Hare Krishna movement, as soon as we come in contact with the devotees, so just learning who we are, identifying ourselves, knowing about ourselves, later on what it means to us, relationships, and then finally understanding what is the ultimate goal of life, and then what is the importance of devotees association.
Yes.
And then gradually how we can execute it, how it can be implemented practically in our life, how can we awaken the love of Godhead, and how to live that pure life.
Thank you.
So, and once we live in the pure life, wherever we see only the purity, only Krishna. Everywhere we see only Krishna in me. Or it doesn't matter, insects are people, enemies are friends. It doesn't matter. We see only Krishna everywhere.
Yeah,
absolutely. So that way we attain the ultimate peace.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. And that, what you've just said about seeing Krishna everywhere, of course, is something that, Srila Prabhupada writes about in many, many places, particularly in the sixth mantra of the Ishopanishad, which actually says, Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani evanu pashyati sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate. The translation that Srila Prabhupada gives us to this verse in the Ishopanishad is, he who systematically sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord Krishna, who sees all living entities as his parts and parcels, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything or any being. And of course, that's the stage that we want to get to. And this, of course, is what the Chaitanya Charitamrita will hopefully inspire, because the whole scripture is all about those parts of bhakti which we can never quite get to, because we're so busy with the rest of our everyday lives. So it's a wonderful composition, on the most intimate aspects of bhakti that can really inspire us and encourage us on our path. Anybody else want to share anything?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Your first part is significant. Actually, this significant is highly significant, because we have to know who is the devotee. Yes. We have knowledge. We have knowledge. First is the knowledge from DG and SB. Both we have knowledge. Although we can get knowledge how the devotee, how the Lord, how everything, all the information. But practical knowledge is coming from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us. That is the practical devotee. What is their should be as a devotee he has given us.
Yeah.
So and finally, just to please, I can add also,
Yeah.
Prabhupada Lilamrita, we can go the what is the real practical devotee should
yes.
be in this age.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That was very nice. I like your reference to the Prabhupada Lilamrita, because of course there is the real example for us, a living example. Well, as close to a living example as we're ever going to get in this century. He may not be here today, but he was here not that long ago, and enough for us to still feel the impact of what he did. I never thought 11 years ago when I came to Krishna consciousness that I'd be sitting here talking to you guys about Chaitanya Charitamrita. I knew nothing about this at all. I knew who Krishna was, or I thought I did, but to me it was just a boy that was colored blue who played a flute and that my mum called God. And that's what it was for me 11 years ago. And I cannot understand, even to some extent, let alone believe where I am today with this, because it wasn't me at all. But I can certainly say something, that I learned an awful lot about myself along this journey in the last 11 years, and about the world that I live in. I think there's another thing I'd like you to take away, or not really take away, but think about when you're reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Think about the lessons of especially compassion towards other living entities, human beings, animals, plant life, bird life, and this material world, for which we have a responsibility. Climate change is not a conspiracy theory, it's happening. And we have a responsibility to maintain this planet and to be careful about how we treat the other inhabitants, including plant life, on this planet. Prabhupada says in one of his purports, don't be so proud just because you are vegetarian. All living organisms have to feed off another living organism. Another story, but my point is about humility, compassion. And there's a lot that we can take away, of course, from the pages of the Chaitanya Charitamrita on this. And I'd encourage you to think about those lessons which you can apply in your daily lives while reading through this wonderful work.
Krishna Prabhu, are you still wanting us to comment about our
Please,
learning?
yeah, if you'd like to share, please do. Yes, of course.
Yeah, for me, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just appeared as an ordinary young man. As a young man, he gave up all young man activities and really showed us the way how to live and to be loving and caring to each other.
Yes.
And how did he do that? Through humility. And he valued every living human being and living entities. Even he had a dog that he followed yes. him, and he kept together everywhere he went. And also, despite your disposition in life and your status, you were equally important. Nobody was better than the other. Yes. He didn't treat them that way. I mean, like Jagai and Madai, yes. They were drunkards and really outraged in their behavior. And it's that that time when there was an old sage, I believe he was a sage. He was blind and he couldn't read. And he wasn't blind. He was deaf and couldn't read or illiterate. And he actually was crying, really in floods of tears when he opened the Bhagavad Gita. And Chaitanya Prabhu said to him, "Why are you crying?" And he said, "That story touched my heart." And he, he assisted him in his path in Krishna consciousness. So he took him home and hugged him, and he was in his company, and he didn't feel that, oh, who is this old bloke? I didn't want to be with him, and that kind of attitude. So yeah, I think this is what he taught us, to be kind and loving and caring to each other. Even Prabhupada reiterated that by saying, let's form loving, lasting relationship and care for each other. You know, we're not here forever, and why are we being so difficult to ourselves and other people?
Yes. Yeah, very nice realization. Thank you for sharing that. Is it Janu Kanya Mataji, is it?
Yes,
Did I say
Haribol.
that right? Yes, Haribol. Thank you for sharing that.
Haribol.
Anybody else want to share anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I would just like to just share, like, for me, like yourself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I didn't know until I came into ISKCON. So obviously, like, born in like a Sanatani family, like we related to Krishna, like I had that understanding that Krishna is God quite early on. But all of it was always just Krishna and Radharani or the demigods. Or but I think with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when I went to Mayapur, I think that's when I had the deepest realizations. I still did. I think I still went. I didn't understand the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu until I went to Mayapur, and I left there like with so much love and actually pain as well. Deep pain, and it's, you know, they say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Mayapur is Odharya Bhav, and but it's such a subtle feeling. It's like when you go to Vrindavan, it's like, so, you know, everything's happy. It's very but Mayapur, it was like a subtle realization, and I understood love on a much deeper level. I can't really explain it, but
there is a mood. I get you totally.
Yeah.
I went to Mayapur for the first time in 2013.
Yeah.
You know, and it was September 2013. And sorry, October we'd arrived, just in the second week of Kartik. And I was overcome with emotion I'd never experienced.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to leave. I was only there for a week. And I was with the sabbatical boys from the manor. Of course, I wasn't a boy anymore. I was in my mid-40s or late 40s. But they were all boys between 19 and 18 and 24. You know, and I didn't want to leave. And in fact, I didn't. I said, you know, you guys go on to Mumbai. I'm going to stay on another week. And the brahmachari was looking after said, no, Prabhu, that doesn't work. This is all a program. I said, well, you're going to have to take me out of the program for a week because I ain't coming. I'm staying right here because this is my first time anywhere like this. And I don't feel I'm ready to leave yet. I need more time. And he looked at me and he said, I think I understand exactly what you're saying. So I'm going to let you go for the week. And I stayed back for a whole week on my own. And then I joined the rest of the boys in Mumbai. And I'm glad I did that, because with everybody else, it was nice, but we had a set program. So there was no time for me to meditate or reflect. And I went away with exactly the same feeling as you did. So much love, but also a pain, some kind of a depth which I'd never experienced anywhere in the world before. It was absolutely amazing. And every time I go back, I have this same sort of feeling in different degrees of shade, different degrees and different shades of whatever color it is, you know. But it's what doesn't change is the intensity of that feeling and the intensity of the separation of leaving Mayapur when I leave. My dad will tell you, I cry about not being in Mayapur. I need to. I do. I need to be there. This is not my home anymore. It doesn't feel like I belong here. It really doesn't feel like. I feel like a fish out of water. And I get very sick when I'm here. I go to Mayapur and I recover like I'm a new person. I can walk. I'm no longer coughing blood. I can breathe. I can't breathe properly here. And it's absolutely incredible. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, you should go back. Yeah, it's the mood. Like Mayapur it's like something deep.
Very deep.
It's very deep, yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Mataji. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can I add also?
Yes, please do.
Yeah. Actually, I am giving another very funny story. It was when the Queen Elizabeth, she has visited and she found the photo of Mahaprabhu, and she mentioned this man is very, very, this gentleman is very, know how to make circus, is very special, because when the animal and deer, everything all together, they are chanting, and this man, how he has done this thing, this magic. This man is a great magician. How he has controlled the animal, and animal lost their consciousness. Even lion and deer, they lose their consciousness. So this man is great magician. So not only human, also animal also. At that time, she does not know who is a Mahaprabhu, but she was telling this man is really, really very exceptional, the magician. I never seen such kind of things. So one issue is about Mahaprabhu, but another point actually, we have to know also what is the Godadhar Pandit. We know Godadhar Pandit, and when at that time people, the written system was on paper, on the leaf paper, and whenever he has read, and the tears coming, and all the tears, the ink was going out, wash out. So from that point, we have to learn. It's not only sentiment, not only is coming spontaneous love, is burning something, then we are missing something. So due to that, we are missing real thing. We are busy with a false thing. So we understand what is the real love. It is not only sentiment, not emotion, but more than that.
Yes.
So that was, we can mention this line also very important, Shikshastakam in the Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yes, that is.
Ashileshava Padogatam Pinashtama. That's last point is Mot Prananato Soeva na Paroha. So you are only mine. Whatever you are not giving me whatever punishment you can give, even not because you are my loving one, you are my love, great one, the dearest one, and whatever you can give, punishment doesn't matter. But I like to love life after love, life after life.
Yes.
So that is the actually our mood should be unconditional. What is the unconditional, motivational, everything is giving this line also we can understand from Chaitanya Charitamrita, the last word of six has to come.
Yes,
so you have to
absolutely.
know that.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Of course, those 8 verses of the Shikshastakam were the only text that we know or that we believe that Mahaprabhu ever wrote or spoke that was written down, to that level. And they were scattered about, but somebody brought them together. And what you've just said actually imbibes the mood of the Chaitanya Charitamrita as a whole. So that the mood of it is very much, what we would expect, from such a work. So thank you for sharing that, Ramalala Prabhu. Anyone else? Okay, so we'll end it there. Once again, I would just invite you, when you're reading through with your teachers, the various parts of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, look for this mood of humility, look for this mood of compassion within the pages that you turn. And there will be some surprising things that jump out at you, which can change your life forever if you take them seriously. I leave it on that note. Thank you very much for listening. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for sharing absolute beautiful nectar with us. Thank you. It's very, very, it's a very sincere effort on your part, and just bringing us into this mood. Obviously, you've spent a lot of time in Mayapur. It's really nice to hear it from you. Thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions they would like to ask Krishna Keshav Prabhu, or are there any realizations anybody would like to share? Any comments?
Hare Krishna, can I ask?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Please, Prabhu.
This is a postgraduate CC. So without studying Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, anyone can start from postgraduate, from CC?
Anyone, listen, anyone can start anywhere with any of this. It is recommended, of course, that you first read the Bhagavad Gita, so you understand, the basic foundations of our philosophy. Then you move on to Srimad Bhagavatam, so you can understand Krishna's many pastimes. Because Mahaprabhu comes after Krishna. And you need to understand his pastimes as Krishna, as well as Mahaprabhu, to be able to get a full picture. But having said that, you can begin with the CC on its own as well. Just take it very easily, very slowly, and just be careful when you're reading it to make sure that, you can understand fully what's being said in its time and how it relates to us today. And also not to forget that the pages of the Bhagavatam and Gita are also just as important. So yes, you can, but it's recommended, of course, that you begin with Gita, go on to Bhagavatam, and then go on to CC, because then the knowledge will develop. But of course, many people can do all these things at once even. If you're like me, I can do many things like that at once. So if you give me the 3 books, I'll spend 2 days on one, 2 days on another, 2 days on another. And I'll do this every week till I get through them all. Because I can disconnect them and then reconnect them in my head. My head works a little bit differently to other people. So it's okay. But, if you can do something like that, then please, of course, carry on. Anyone else?
Thank you, Ramlala Prabhu. Is there any other questions or comments or queries?
Yeah, thank you. I got many answer, but as many questions we cannot ask because we have to give others. But anyway, this is very interesting. Actually, whenever simple we are thinking Chaitanya Charitamrita, but we need to study. We need to study. If we are missing to study in this life, yeah, we actually we missed as a great treasure. We are Kirpana. We are major. We are
absolutely. And you said something important, Prabhu, as well, is study. There's a big distinction between reading and studying, right? We study Srila Prabhupada's books. We don't just read them. Because then we gain a proper understanding. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It is very wonderful to hear you, from your realized soul. We are experiencing those happiness and the love of Godhead through you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So can I please request that all the devotees please unmute and say 3 loud Hari Bols for Krishna Keshav Prabhu. And we wish him well in his health and his future devotional studies and however his devotional life unfolds. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Please
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari
Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll leave you now, and I wish you a lovely weekend, and I'll speak to you another time, I hope.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. So thank you so much. That was lovely. So who would like to sing the wonderful Nashingadev prayers today?
So just one update, Mataji. So far we have got introduction, preface, and then forward. So from next Chaitanya Charitamrita, we are going to enter into chapters. So with the shlokas and all those things. Yeah, that is after next fortnight. After 2 weeks. So next week is Bhagavad Gita, and after that Chaitanya Charitamrita, entering into the verses.
Hare Krishna. So yeah, like we have just mercy flowing left, right, and center at the moment. And yeah, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful. Like today I felt his mercy so much. Like I haven't even thought about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for a little while. Like just generally in my meditation. But today, like even when I was doing the class, like I just felt like very inspired by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu today. Just on a deeper level. And if anyone hasn't been to Mayapur, please go, because the mood, we get, even though it's easier to understand Krishna's leelas through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's so much easier. And the depth that we can go into the devotion, especially when you're there in the dham, when you're experiencing it and you have the potency there as well. It's like magic. It's something that we haven't really, it's something that you can't really speak about, but it goes very deep. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful. In all the dham, especially the realizations in the dham are very strong. And even if we go Jagannath Puri and we go to some of these temples, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's bhav was like at its highest, I mean, it dropped, it drip, every step is just, it's something that is unexplainable, and therefore this mood that we feel is, it's something that's, it's very, I don't know, I can't really speak about it, but like just understanding his mood and understanding his mercy, because with Krishna it seems like he was here such a long time ago, but you know, we feel him all the time, but and he's, you know, he's that young boy in Vrindavan, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's like a deeper, more mature, and you know, his life as a sannyasi, how he lived it, and it just, it's so deep. It's deeper than, you know, it's not necessarily talking about creation and the Vishnu tattvas, and obviously he does expose himself as, you know, in Shiva's Angan as in the form of Lord Vishnu, but it's so human. You know, he doesn't kill anyone, or he doesn't, it's a much more maturer. No, I'm not saying Krishna is not mature, but you know, we identify him as this, you know, loving boy. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how that love develops through his years when he's here, it's very, very deep. It's very it's very mature. I think that's the right word to say, that even at such, you know, he gave, you know, a sannyas he took at age of 24, and his whole life was it was as a renunciate, like from 24, and then how his mood and his bhav grew and grew and grew. It's he leaves a because he's in the garb of a devotee, he gives, not in the garb, yeah, like he's Srimati Radharani's bhav. It's like it takes us through this journey of really deepening our love in a way that is really unspeakable, and it's something that is experienced, I think, and we go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into it, and the part of the loving God a bit becomes really real in the presence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I think. So it's really deep. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So who would like to do Nishingadev prayers? Okay.
Like Krishna Mataji, before going to Nishikunda prayer,
Yeah.
I like to say another thing. My daughter, little one,
Yeah.
she is going to, she's 18th birthday anniversary. So for this, we are going to give as Vaishnav Seva in Radha Laraneshwar temple.
Yeah.
So if you have chance, please, midday you can join after
Is that
midday.
tomorrow, Prabhu?
Yes, yes.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, Prabhu, can you just tell us your daughter's name?
Riti.
Riti. That's such a beautiful name. Okay, so can we all just please, obviously the invitation is there, but can we all just please pray for her and her devotion and her growth in spirituality and obviously in material life as well. So if everyone can just think of her. Is she there? We can all sing Hare Krishna if she's there.
Sorry, few seconds.
Okay, yeah.
She's coming. She's
Okay.
mom is there. Yeah, her mom is here. Yeah, Riti. Yeah, yes, yes, yeah. She's coming. Just a few.
Okay, brilliant.
Because this is a number also very auspicious now. Because it's 18 and
She's
she's
an
going
adult
to.
now, yeah.
Yes, she's going to university. So, and this another thing, we feel at home we can do as a socially, but we like to do in the temple is better. Rather Londonshire, I like very much. I don't know. And, the devotees also is really, really very nice, very, very good. So we can, so that's why in there we are going to do that celebration for this thing. Yeah,
That's
Riti is
beautiful.
coming here. Yeah, Riti is around. Riti is here. Say Hare Krishna. Yeah. Yeah. Say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Riddhi. We hear that it's your 18th birthday.
Yes.
How is it feel? We're not there to give you bumps today. Is it today?
Yes, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday. So yeah, we're not there to give you bumps, but what we will do is we'll try and conjure up loads of blessings for you. So please bear with us while we all sing Hare Krishna to you, yeah? So after 3, if everybody can unmute. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, dear Riddhi. Hare Krishna to you. May Krishna bless you, dear. May Krishna bless you, dear. May Krishna bless you, dear. May Krishna bless you, Riddhi. Haribol, Gauranga.
Haribol. Thank you.
Haribol, thank you for your blessings.
Haribol. May your life always be full of lots and lots of beautiful moments and lots of Krishna consciousness, and may you always have all the material necessities that are required, and may you always be happy.
Please keep your blessings. Thank you.
She's speechless now.
So how does it feel to be 18? Is it any different from 17?
There is a big difference. I don't think it hit me yet.
Yeah, you can drive now. You can get your driving license.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, you can drive, and you have to. Yeah,
looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a nice age. Enjoy it and be happy.
I'll try my best.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like to sing Nrsimhadev prayers for everybody?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, I guess I'll put them up, and then maybe you and your mom can sing them if she's there.
Yes, she's
okay. Yes.
Come closer, otherwise.
There we go.
And we can both do chorus.
So
just come close to the mic so that we can hear us. Okay. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Namaste Narasimhaya Prahlad Dayini Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha Shilatanka Nakhalaye Ito Nasimho Parato Nasimho Yato Yato Yamitato Nasimho Vahe Nasimho Hridaye Nasimho Nrsimhamatim Sharanam Prapate Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakha Adhuta Sringha Dalita Anuvingha Keshavajita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tava Kara Kamala Hare Nakham Abhuta Sringha Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhinga Keshavajita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Kesavajita Hari Rupa Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavajita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Nrsimhade Jaya Nrsimhade Jaya Nrsimhade Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Sringhade Bhagavan ki
Jai. Jai. Jai.
All glories to assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Riddhi, have a lovely celebration, and I hope your celebrations continue for a long time to come. Thank you so much for singing
Thank you, Mataji.
the Nishinga Day of prayers.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Hare Krishna. And then I'm sure some of the devotees might be able to see you tomorrow in the ISKCON temple as well. That's very kind of you to do that.
Please, your participation will add high pleasure. Please.
Okay, we can't quite hear you, Ramlala Prabhu.
So your participation will be added. Ritu will be happy for your if you participate.
Yeah,
Yes, direct participation. Due
it
to
would
the
be amazing. What time is it? Sorry, it's just
it
I've
will
got
be even Ritu also going to do kirtan 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Okay. I'll definitely try my best. Like if I finish from the manna early, then I'll definitely come.
Please, you and any other, please, your participation will add great pleasures for Riti. Please.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And it's amazing that you're sharing your birthday with Krishna.
We'll
That's
be very glad. We'll be very glad. Yeah.
okay. So, with that, does anyone else have anything to share? Otherwise, we can wrap up and we can meet for japa session tomorrow morning.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
We got this birthday song in the Sanskrit. So I think it would be good if we all sing whenever any devotees are celebrating birthday. So just sharing like Janmadinamidam Ayi Priya Sake Santatu Te Sarvada Mudam Pardayamahe Bhamasatayushi Ishwarah Sada Tvam Cha Rakshatu Punyakarmana Kirtitam Ajaya Jeevanam Tava Bhavatu Sadhakam. It's a very beautiful in Sanskrit.
Wow, you have to teach us that. We don't know that.
Just shared in the group, Mataji. So the
Yeah.
translation goes like this. Oh dear friend, may this birthday bring you auspiciousness and joy forever. Indeed, we all pray for your long life. May the Lord always protect you. By noble deeds, may you attain fame and may your life be fulfilled.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Very
Niti, that is beautiful, isn't it? Like,
Yes, beautiful. I haven't heard this before. It's really nice.
it's very
Thank you,
beautiful.
Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Amol Prabhu, for enlightening us with these beautiful.
Maybe next time we can sing this one, Mataji, again.
Yeah, if you share it in the group,
Yes.
then we know it, and then we can try and learn it. It's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So Vanchakalpa Tarobhyascha Kripa Siva Evascha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.